WNBA Finals. And so I'll leave it there. I mean, I'm just obviously disheartened. I'm a human too. I have a family. I have 2 kids who are devastated by these comments. And so all I'll say is just, it's obviously...
Everyone knew Caitlin Clark was going to change the WNBA, but no one expected the backlash to turn this ugly so quickly. When she signed her historic $28 million deal with Nike, it was supposed to be a victory lap for women's basketball, the moment the league finally crossed into the mainstream after decades of struggle. Instead, that signature put a massive target on her back. Things went from tense to completely explosive after her latest commercial went viral. And now the situation has reached a breaking point. It appears the league's higher-ups, including Commissioner Cathy Engelbert, have grown tired of the Caitlin Clark spotlight. The silence in the league office, combined with carefully calculated comments, feels less like a welcome and more like a warning. To truly understand why this particular Nike ad caused such a meltdown, you have to look at the financial and emotional reality of the league she entered. The WNBA has been grinding for nearly 30 years, with legends of the game, some of the best players in the world, forced to play overseas in Russia, Turkey, and China just to make ends meet. These players sacrificed their bodies playing year-round because WNBA salaries were never enough to retire on. The league's max salary sits around $250,000. Then, almost out of nowhere, a rookie from Iowa secures a $28 million endorsement deal without playing a single professional minute. That's life-changing. Generational wealth handed to a rookie while veterans are still fighting for basics like charter flights. When Nike released the ad featuring Clark, the imagery was unmistakable. She wasn't portrayed as just a rookie. She was framed as a savior. The "this is what it takes" message wasn't just about her work ethic. It felt like she was being presented as the only one putting in that level of effort. The marketing was brilliant, showcasing her deep shooting range and her ability to fill arenas. But inside the league, it landed very differently. Critics and fellow players saw it as Nike crowning a queen before she had earned her stripes at the professional level. It wasn't just an advertisement. It was a declaration that the face of the league had changed overnight. And that didn't sit well with those who had been carrying the torch for years. It felt like erasure, like Nike was saying the WNBA didn't matter until Caitlin Clark arrived. That feeling of being overlooked in your own house fueled the locker room revolt, now playing out in real time. The commercial was only the spark. The fuse had been burning for months. Even before the draft, warning shots were fired from the top of the sport. Diana Taurasi, one of the greatest to ever play, went on national television during the Final Four and delivered a chilling message. Reality is coming. At the time, it sounded like veteran honesty. In hindsight, it feels more like a threat. The league didn't roll out the red carpet. They built a wall. When Clark arrived, that wall took the form of hard fouls, double teams, and a level of physicality rookies rarely face. The narrative shifted instantly from welcome to the league to you haven't proven anything. It wasn't just competitive, it felt personal. The vibe changed from mentorship to isolation, and the viral Nike ad only widened the divide. Suddenly, every opponent wasn't just playing to win. They were playing for pride, brand, and validation. Proving the $28 million rookie wasn't untouchable became a badge of honor. Full court pressure, hip checks, and relentless contact became routine. This is where the WNBA front office failed badly. When you have a golden goose, a player doubling attendance and selling out arenas, you protect the asset. The NBA did it for Jordan. They did it for LeBron. Instead, Commissioner Cathy Engelbert created a PR disaster. Rather than defending Clark from rising toxicity, she compared the situation to the Magic Johnson, Larry Bird rivalry during a CNBC interview. She didn't condemn the racism or vitriol. She framed it as good for business. While the comparison sounded harmless on the surface, the context was completely different. Magic and Bird weren't dealing with social media harassment, doxing, or safety threats. By reducing real hostility to ratings fuel, the commissioner sent a dangerous message. Toxicity is acceptable as long as it generates revenue. The backlash was immediate. The WNBA Players Association had to release a statement condemning the lack of leadership. The union was forced to say what the commissioner wouldn't, Racism and toxicity are not marketing strategies. That warning didn't stay in boardrooms. It showed up on the court. The Kennedy Carter incident made that clear. With the ball not even in play, Clark was blindsided by a hip check and sent to the floor. It was a non-basketball play, yet it was initially ruled a common foul. Only after millions of views and public outrage did the league upgrade it to flagrant. The delay sent a loud message: it's open season. Then there's the Angel Reese factor. The league and media have pushed a good girl versus bad girl narrative since college, and the WNBA loves it because it sells. But it also puts players at risk. Reese's reactions, fines, and sideline behavior added fuel to the fire, turning basketball into a sideshow. The commissioner's magic bird comparison validated that chaos. At its core, this is a power struggle. Nike versus the WNBA. Nike is betting on the individual, while the league is trying to protect its system. Nike doesn't care about teams. It cares about selling Caitlin Clark's shoes. That marketing power threatens the league's control, and the system is panicking. Clark's arrival brought charter flights, packed arenas, and new revenue. Yet she's being hazed by the same system benefiting from her presence. That contradiction breeds resentment. The Nike ad highlighted her work ethic, which inspired fans but felt insulting to veterans who built the foundation she now stands on. Voices like Cheryl Swoops further amplified the hostility by spreading incorrect claims about Clark's college career. When legend diminish a rising star and the league stays silent, it creates permission for disrespect. The media pylon turned every game into a cultural battleground, and the basketball was lost in the noise. The Olympic snub was a final warning. Leaving the most popular player in the sport off Team USA wasn't about chemistry. It was a power move. The message was clear. The establishment decides who the stars are. It backfired. Instead of shrinking Clark's influence, it made her bigger. Now the WNBA sits on a powder keg. New fans see a league that looks hostile toward its biggest draw. If those fans leave, the money leaves with them. Caitlin Clark isn't just a player. She's an economy. And every hard foul, silent whistle, and tone-deaf interview is being recorded in real time.